And our final coach of the morning, the head coach of the number 9 ranked Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, Joe Moglia. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning, Mark.
Congratulations to your squad yet again for another impressive victory to move to 5-0. You have the open date this Saturday. If you could open up and talk about the victory over Elon and then give us your thoughts on what the squad's going to be working on during the open date, we'll take questions.
And number one, thanks very much, Mark, and also congratulations to the other guys. The Big South is clearly having a great season, and some of the teams are doing spectacular. And just congratulations to the coaches as well as you and the rest of the league. As far as our game with Elon goes, it was really a little bit of a tale of two halves. The offense was effective the entire game. I think the special teams held their own. Elon, we weren't able to stop them in the first half. I think we were able to figure out, we've done this a couple times, I think we were able to figure out what we were doing wrong at halftime. And we came out in the second half, and the defense did a great job of shutting them down. So great second half of the defense. Not much to talk about. First half, great overall game for the offense. Special teams held their own.
All right, Coach. We'll start taking questions for Coach Moglia. Please press *1 on your phone at any time, or click the Q&A link near the top of your browser and click raise hand if you join us via the web. And Coach, what this week with the open date, what will the activities entail? South scouting, any other types of fundamentals, things like that? What's on tap for the squad this week?
Yeah, well, every week we self-scout, so all that work has already been done. What I think we need, like everybody else as of this point in the season, we've gone 2 months, and none of the coaches have had a break. Other than the Mondays off, for our guys, they haven't had a break. So I think it's an important week to simply be able to re-energize a little bit, take a mental break, frankly, away from the game, stuff that the guys can kind of catch up on a little bit in terms of their academics. I want to getting other things done. I think that part is an important part of the week. Having done that, we get a little bit of a head start as we look down the road. And with a little extra time this week, we would focus both on Gardner-Webb and Liberty, and then when Sunday comes, certainly 100% of the focus then would be on Gardner-Webb.
Coach, with the open date and the offense playing so well, is there any concern about a letdown or a lack of losing that momentum because you're not playing this week?
Well, I don't think so, Mark. I think that, if it is, then, shame on us. But, I think the guys deserve a break. So when they go to practice or they're at meetings, that's not break time. So our practices we'll have fewer of them, and they'll be a little shorter, and meeting time will be a little bit less. But those practices are expected to be sharp, and the meeting time is expected to be sharp. And our guys kind of understand that, we don't make a big deal about everything, but the handful of things that matter, we make a big deal about. And real attention to detail and what we need to do as far as practice goes and meeting time goes is part of that. So I would expect the guys to be focused. If they're not focused, they're not going to get time off at the end of the week. So
understood.
That should be ample incentive.
Exactly. My last question for you, about 30 minutes ago, Quinn Bacchus was added to the Buck Buchanan Award watch list for the National Defensive Player of the Year Award. Talk about his season so far and what this obviously means to him as well as the Coastal program.
Yeah, I actually heard that from Mike Haywood about a half an hour ago, and, we're certainly delighted for Quinn. He had a great year a year ago. He's having a similar year this year. He shows great leadership. He's a hard worker. Quinn's not a big guy, but he's very strong, tough, quick, agile, understands the game, normally understands his assignments, and, I don't think he knows yet, but the whole team will be very pleased with that for him.
We're certainly thrilled for him, too. It's a great honor, and obviously a well representative of Coastal and the Big South. Coach, I'm not seeing any more questions for you, so we'll go ahead and let you go. Enjoy the open date, and we'll talk to you next Tuesday.
I appreciate it, Mark. Thank you.
Thank you. And that concludes this week's Big South Football Coaches Media Teleconference. My thanks to all the coaches and media for joining us. A recording of the call will be available later this afternoon on BigSouthSports.com. Thanks again for everyone joining us. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll talk to everyone next Tuesday.